Okay, now where were we? Oh, yeah. Curses. Family curses. My family's curse. My family story. Have you ever sat back and thought, damn, man, my family must be cursed because we got some bad juju with us? Well, my family really is cursed. But yet we are blessed. And you will see by the end of this how those things coincide. So, let me tell you about where I was told the curse originated. So, from what I was told and what I can understand when I was younger, now I know a little bit more about it and know better. But we'll start where it originated at, where I was told it originated at before I started diving into it. Um, my great grandmother, my grandfather's mama, was a witch doctor, like I told y'all. She was a healer. Hate that damn word, witch. That's so Halloween. Grow up. So, from what I can understand, she would stay up all night, cook a gumbo in the front house at a big family property, cussing and fussing with the spirits for moving her seasoning. She was trying to cook gumbo. Everybody in this area thought she was better than batshit. Now y'all know where my mama get it from. But she was known for that. You know what I'm saying? She was known to be a strong-minded, strong-mouthed, strong-willed ass woman. Okay. Now, when her husband died, which was a year before she died, she went into heartbreak so bad that they say that she whispers and gossip, say that she did something against the rules. You ever watch Aladdin? You can't mess with free will, love, or death. And apparently she went against the rules and seeked out some help from a real witch to help her not bring my grandfather back, but help her be able to hear him on the other side. And that's how the curse started. Because she couldn't hear him. But like I said, she used to stay up all night listening to the ancestors and cussing and fussing with him about moving her season. So she could hear the other side. She couldn't hear him though. And she went crazy because of it. And that's what ended up eventually killing her. That was the death of her. But when I was a child, that's what I was told. That's what I was whispers and everything like that. Like I said, I know a little bit more about it now, so it goes a little further back than that. So that's what was said when I was a child, and that's what we all come to believe, the generation that I'm from. You know what I mean? My mama's generation as well. Well, my grandpa, like I said, his name was Cop Cop. His ass, he was such a rebel that the cops didn't even mess with him. That's how he got that damn name. And he turned into a pastor, a God-fearing man. The day he died with a Bible in his hands in his bed, sleeping. Some beautiful shit. So beautiful. So they say he became a pastor because of all of this. And he was damn determined to figure out how to break this curse. He thought that God would be the answer to that and things like that, and, you know, faith and religion. And eventually ended up stepping down because his last sermon was, do not judge. So we have a strict rule in our family. We don't judge others because our hands ain't clean. You have no right and you are not righteous enough to judge another man that walks this earth. That's why we ain't allowed to gossip. Some of you around this area could take note of that. You have no idea about anybody else who and your hands are not clean. Not at all. You only know what you see and you don't know what the truth is. You would take a lot of thought about that, you would stop gossiping as much as you do about my bloodline. So, anyway. So, that's what the story was. And they said after that, you know, the juju started there. But the more I dove into it, then I started hearing and learning new things from the elders in my family. Come to find out that our juju started way before that. Like, they used to say the majority men were cursed, and then they started. That's only because there's not a lot of women in my family born, and now they realize it's the whole damn bloodline. Like, death was a big thing in our family. People die young. We don't make it out of our 60s. If you make it to your 60s, it's amazing. And that's true. My grandpa was 63, and he was the oldest that ever lived, besides my great grandmother. I'm pretty sure they were in their 60s too. Now I think about it. But you don't really live out of your 60s in our family. It's part of that curse. It's part of that curse. But everybody around this area, you know, says that we curse because of this. Because no one lives and everybody dies and they die in tragic ass ways and tragic shit happens to us and our family members. And they're right, y'all right, it does. Because those who are blessed and anointed are often the ones that go through the most trials and tribulations. How can we help guide others if we have not been through the worst of it? One more time. How can we help guide others and be a light if we haven't been through the worst of it? And we're the ones that we take it. We take it with stride and we smile. It's okay. We're not mad at y'all for judging us. It's just time you know the whole story. So as I grew up, my grandfather was a pastor and he tried to save everybody through church. And like I said, his last sermon was do not judge. The most monumental and most memorable sermon I've ever heard him preach in my whole life. So with that being said, like, you know, I understand now why he stepped down and why he said that sermon. And it's even more beautiful now than it was then. But yeah, they say it started with my grandmother, my great-grandmother. But it didn't start there. See, we originate from River Road. Hell, baby, we are River Road. See that graveyard over there? My mama's father's bloodline side. We were the first, my family was the first people put there. We damn sure will be one of the last ones. No, we will be the last. We started it, we'll finish that damn thing. That's my whole entire family in that graveyard. All of them. And we originate from River Road, way past, but it was still a rock road, and you would pass up the rocks and the dirt, and there would be a cow pasture, and past it, you had to go through the cow pasture, and past that, deep in the swamp, is where my ancestors lived. Now, everybody in town, from what I was told when I went digging, was, you do not to go past that cow pasture. My people didn't play. My ancestors back then were witch doctors or healers. But we were known to be rebels without a cause then, and we was not one to fuck with. So, with that being said, we started River Road. We originate from there. We are River Road. Some people might not be proud of that. And I used to not be when I was younger, but I definitely am now. It's an honor. So, I believe the curse didn't start with my grandmother. I believe that we weren't allowed to gossip, and that's been for generations as well. That's why others didn't know, and others wasn't as nosy as my ass was. Like I said, I was always in some shit for being a nosy kid. But I just had to know everything. I just had to know why. My grandpa would tell me something, I'm like, but why? Guess he knew way back then that I would be the one. I would be the one to figure out why. So, it originates way, way, way back before my great-grandmother. Heartbreak just got the best of her, and that's when people started gossiping. But that's another story for another day. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of knowledge about where I come from. I am from River Road, and I am a Robardi. And I am honored to be that. And we do not judge, and I will not judge you, though you judge us. And if you came to me for help, I would still help you. Because my grandfather raised me to be that way, and his mother raised him to be that way. So do not judge. And don't gossip. You're better than that. And you are not righteous. None of us are. Now, stay with me. And I'll explain to you how blessings and curses coincide. And how this story is about to take a wild-ass journey. And how I am a Robardi. Yeah, I'm honored to be one.